Hey y'all, it's Bear. Look here, it's Tuesday and it's breakfast time. I'm hungry. So we're doing a little camp cooking and it's October, so we're still exploring some of my backpacking meals, things I eat when I'm backpacking specifically. So we're going to talk about some easy breakfast meals today to do on the trail. Lightweight, simple to prepare, low cleanup. And so here we go. Now this is representative of a meal I did on, let's see here, on the Foothills Trail. This was a breakfast I did. And I did make one substitution. I didn't have time to go by the grocery store and get the instant grits that I had. So today we're rolling with instant oatmeal. Either or. It's good trail food. It's easy. It's simple. So we got instant oatmeal. We got some extra little pack of nuts and dried fruit. And we've got some bacon jerky. And we're going to talk about coffee on the trail too. I've got three choices here. I've got my UCC pour over, which is my favorite, you've seen in some videos. We got some tea bag coffee, and then we just got the little instant coffee pouches. So let's get to cooking. Hey, also today we're going to be using my Jetboil Zip. I'm going to show you another one of my backpacking stoves. Alright, so let's get to cooking, guys. So this is where it's at. We're going to be freezer bag cooking today, okay? Keeping it simple on the trail. And something I found recently, in the past, I'd always use these big quart-size freezer bags. But when I was at the grocery store here recently, I realized that they also have the pint size. I'll show you what it does for you. It gives you two options. Okay, so the quart size and the pint size. And the pint gives you an option that's about a third shorter than the quart size bag. So if you're doing something small, like a little bit of instant grits or oatmeal, this is a good option. And you know, a half a mountain house, I'd go in this one. All right, so let's get these bags out of the way. But what I would do at home, we won't get them out of the way quite yet. What I would do at home is, if I'm freezer bag cooking, I would take my ingredients that are going in the freezer bag, I'll dump them in, and I'll write down however much water I need on the freezer bag. That way it's a no-brainer when I'm out on the trail and I'm tired and I can't remember what it was. So what I made myself to go along with my freezer bags is this round koozie. And the idea, the freezer bag came out. The idea is I can fold my freezer bag over. I can stick it down in my little round koozie here. Alright, I've got my meal in there, water in, put the lid on, we hydrate it up, and then I've got a little bowl to eat out of because I've made this little dish, this little dish koozie. So let's heat up some water because I need like a cup of water for coffee and a cup of water for oatmeal. Now the nice thing about the Jetboil Zip, we can get rid of these gloves because it's insulated, so I can hold it. It's got a little grab handle I can grab. And it's an all-inclusive system, so I've got my fuel canister in it. I've got my burner. I've got a pot support stand. I've got a sipping lid and a strainer. So, you know, it's all together, all right there in one package for you. And it boils up water really fast. But, you know, sometimes our cooking systems can get tall, so having this pot support is pretty nice. Stove support. That makes it nice and stable. There's measurement marks on the inside of our Zip also. I guess a couple cups of water in there. Got the match ready. Now the pot's got two little notches it locks into. Which means when this is done, you can actually just pick the whole thing up. Now for coffee, I've got three options here. And real quick, I'll roll in a short clip of me doing this UCC pour over. I've got a whole video about it you can watch. I'll put that video in the description below, but I'll just roll in a quick clip so you can see what it is. For this morning's camp coffee, I'm using this Japanese coffee. It's the mocha blend from UCC. When you open it up, this is what's inside. This is how the little filter bag sits on your cup. Pour just a touch in at first, get the grounds wet. There we have it. For a small weight penalty, we have fresh brewed coffee in the morning. A good fresh cup of coffee makes me happy. Good morning, YouTube. There's that coffee. Oh yeah. And then of course there's these rip and tear and pour instant packs. Now, today we're going to roll with the freezer bag. Today we're going to roll with the tea bag. And if I understand correctly on reading the ingredients, inside of this tea bag is a mixture of instant coffee and fresh coffee grounds. Folgers and Maxwell House make these. And they're better than these, but they're not as good as these. So while we're waiting to come to a boil, something else I like to do is some no-cook breakfast, well, short of a little water for some coffee. I like my coffee in the morning. And, oh, look at there, we're already ready. I hear it. Alright, now this guy, like a cup of water. I'm not going to put quite that much in it. I think that's always a bit much. I don't like my oatmeal quite that runny. We're going to give it a little stir. We're going to put the cozy top back on it. And we're going to let it hang out for a few minutes while we keep talking. Go ahead and get some coffee brewing while we're waiting. But see there, you can just grab the pot. It's got a koozie on it. You don't even have to fuss with getting it off the stove because you got it locked on and all so you don't spill it. So anyways, sometimes I won't even mess with actually rehydrating anything. I'll do a no-cook breakfast along with a cup of coffee, and that's it. So here, I'll roll in a quick clip from a hike on the Uwharrie where I did that. To go along with my coffee this morning, I've got some Rice Krispie cereal. Milk's already added. I've got some freeze-dried apples and some fruit gummy snacks. Okay, so see, you don't even need to cook breakfast. There's tons of stuff you can take that's no-cook options. One thing you can do, I'll rattle off a few ideas for breakfast real quick. One of the things I like to do is I like to take my bacon jerky and apple fritters. My grocery store makes apple fritters over in their bakery section. They're about that daggone, about that big. And there's 3 of them in a pack, and I like to put one of those in a Ziploc baggie with some bacon jerky, and maybe I'll have a pack of nuts or dried fruit to go along with it. And that's an awesome breakfast. It's no cook. You can take cereal just like you would at home, cold cereal, and you can just eat it dry. But if you want milk, you can package it up in your freezer bag and package it along with some powdered milk already in it. You just pour your water in there, give it a good mix, and you're eating cereal. Granola, you can get loose granola or granola clusters. There's lots of options for breakfast that don't require any cooking. The different bars you can get. So anyhow, back to this morning's breakfast. Oh, that coffee smells good. I could probably eat this right now, but I'm gonna let it hydrate just another minute. Now another thing, let me get that back out of the trash. Another thing you can do with these, I've never done this personally because it's too much like holding boiling water in my hand and getting myself hurt when I can do this. But you can pour hot water directly in these little packets. These packets, if you buy at least the good ones from Quaker, are made to be your measuring cup for pouring water in to microwave these. And so they'll take water being in them and hold it. So you can pour your hot water in there and just let it hydrate up right in this little pouch. But I got 2 problems. I'm not a 1 pack a day guy. I need at least 2 packs to make myself a little bowl. And again, the idea of holding this with hot water I don't like. But I've camped with people that do it, and they live to tell about it. Boy, I wish you could smell this coffee. Now you do have a small weight penalty for these tea bags, but it is a much better cup of coffee than these little packets. And again, the pour over is even better than these. And you can always repackage your jerky out of these heavy-duty bags that you're going to use on the trail into little sandwich baggies or little snack Ziploc baggies, and have something that's a little lighter and easier to carry out. I repackage my snacks a lot of times when I'm heading out on the trail because the packaging they may come in just isn't very friendly to camping. Let's see if I can bring you down here and you can see what we're eating for breakfast. Alright y'all, so there it is. Breakfast on the trail, super easy cleanup. My oatmeal or grits, my bacon jerky, my extra nuts and freeze-dried fruit, and a cup of coffee. And I'm a happy bear. Let's dig in and see if it's as good as it was on the trail. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, not all of these oatmeals and grits are created equal, so try some out at home first. Oh yeah, look at that, it's nice and thick. That's the way I like it. I don't like runny oatmeal. Oh man, that is so good. Man, when you're camping in the winter and you wake up and it's sub-freezing, there's nothing better than a hot breakfast to get you going. I love this bacon jerky. Oh man. And of course, if you were my wife, you would dump all this into your oatmeal or grits and mix it up and eat it all together. And she does that with everything. I don't know. I like to have mine separate. Yeah, it's a good one, y'all. So look here, if you've made it to the end of this video, something you might can do for me is go to my Facebook page. Links in the description down below. Go to my Facebook page, and pinned to the top is a survey. I'm asking you, how much is a budget backpacking meal? I mean, this guy here, we're down probably less than $2 for breakfast. Maybe just a hair over, but right around the $2 mark. So anyways, what's a budget backpacking meal to you? I got a under $6 option and under $2 option. Thinking that if I go out to eat, you know, 10 to 12 bucks is a pretty standard price for going out to eat someplace. And, you know, start to get into a budget at the $5 value menu mark. And then we've got the, oh crud, I've got 20 bucks till payday, and we hit up the dollar menu and we got a $2 meal. So there we go. Go to my Facebook page, answer my survey, and also if you got any backpacking questions, backpacking food related questions, stick them in my comments, and when I do my wrap up video, I'm going to answer all the backpacking cooking questions in that video. So we'll see you on the trail.